The bell work for April 6th. Sandra could build 3 sand castles, in 5 hours. So the rate for Sandra is equal to 3 sand castles in 5 hours. So that's her rate. Working with Frederick, she discovered they could build 3 sand castles in merely 3 hours. So we're going to say, just like distance is equal to the rate times the time, we're going to say, allow me to say sandcastle SC for one thing. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but sandcastle is equal to the rate times the time. And so the only thing different from the distance, rate, and time formula is the fact that now we're talking about sandcastles. So she says they could build 3 sandcastles. So sandcastles, I'll write this again, equals the rate times the time. And we've got 2 different rates. We assume they're 2 different rates. 2 different people, anyway. She built with Frederick, she built 3 sandcastles. And that's the result of her rate times whatever time it was, plus Frederick's rate times whatever time it was. And it was the same time because they were together building sandcastles. So I don't need to say T sub 1 or T sub 2. I can just say T. And I know Sandra's rate. And I know 3 hours too, don't I? I know that T is equal to 3 hours. So I know everything except for one thing. So the rate of Sandra is 3 sandcastles per 5 hours. And I know that's times 3 hours. So the hours are going to cancel. And then I know the rate. I don't know the rate of Frederick, but I do know that when he was working with Sandra, it took 3 hours. So the only thing I don't know now is Frederick's rate, which we can find. Determine if each graph represents the graph of a function. Okay, first thing we do is we determine if it passes the vertical line test. And it doesn't matter where I draw the line. It does. It does pass the test. Then I check to see if it's 1-to-1, and it fails. Okay, so it fails this way. And first it passed this way, but then it failed the second test. So continue on like that. If it passes the vertical line test, then we care about the horizontal. If it doesn't pass the vertical, we don't care about the horizontal. Okay, simplify. Well, let's see. I guess I better copy this out. I write my L's like that, sorry. Well, I'm going to multiply the top and bottom of this little fraction by r to get rid of that r on the bottom of the bottom. So let's see, that will give me 3s over, the 2's not affected, but the 6lr is, and the mr, and the q has its r canceled away. So continue like that. Clear the denominator on the denominator. Get rid of that next, and I think that'll be all you can do to simplify.